Okay, this is part 3. Part 3, I keep talking too much, of integrated 1, and we're on 9.2.1 and 9.2.2. Okay, it's part 3. So we're on problem number 14. So we were plugging some numbers in. We plugged in negative 1, and that turned this into a 2, and 2 times 4, that's 8. That's where this 8 came from. So negative 1, comma 8. Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh yeah, do you guys remember when this multiplier is like a fraction if it's less than 1? Remember, they go down? It's probably going to end up going down like this. How exciting. Okay, when x is 0, anything to the 0 power equals 1. Okay? 1/2 to the 0 equals 1, and 1 times 4 is 4, so that's going to be 4. Well, we already had that point because we knew that was our starting point. When x is 1, I have 1/2 to the 1. Well, 1/2 to the 1 power is just a half. And a half times 4, 1/2 of 4, that's 2. So I got 1 comma 2. Now I could be lazy and just sketch the rest of it, because I do feel pretty lazy, but I'll try 2. I'll just do one more. Okay, so if x is 2, then that's going to be 1/2 squared. Well, 1/2 squared is going to be a 4th, and a 4th times 4, you can work all this out on paper. You can pause the video or whatever and work it out. But 1/2 squared is 1/4, and 1/4 times 4 is 1. So, and that's enough for me. I'm convinced that it's going to go like this. Okay, we're not trying to be too super picky. We're just sketching a graph. Now, it says less than, so I want to shade below. And I messed up again because it didn't have the little underline thing right there, so I have to make it into a dashed. I always make my line solid. I always forget. Make it look like it's a dashed line. Hey, I'll use these dots to help me make it look like a dashed line. So if you do it in pencil, you can just make some eraser marks in between, or you can just make dashes over your dotted line. So, I mean, make dashes over your solid line. Okay, so there it is. And do we have answers? I think we have answers to these. So we can check number 14, see what a kind of a nicer looking. Actually, mine looks pretty good. There's theirs. There's mine. So it's not too bad. See, they make it look. They kind of made it look dashed like that. Okay, that was 14. I did want to do another one. I think I wanted to do number 15 for some reason. Yes, because I thought 15 would be interesting. And I have a little more time. So here's 15. 15 says y is less than or equal to negative 2. Notice that the negative sign is not inside the parentheses. And I'm actually in our classroom right now when I'm recording this, and I'm looking up on the wall at those all of those posters you guys made of different graphs that you did on your graphing calculator, and I can see one that's like this. And I think I know how it's going to go. So let's, but again, we're still going to plot some points. Never hurts to plot a few points. So let's just plot the points. I'm thinking that the starting value is going to be negative 1 and the multiplier is 2, because you know y equals a times b to the x. But I'm still going to just verify that. 2 to the 0 power is going to be, anything to the 0 power is 1. So 0 comma negative 1, this is y and this is x. 0 comma negative 1, that would be right here. Okay, so there's my starting point. And then, well, I guess I'll pick negative 1. So 2 to the negative 1 is actually a half. But I have this minus sign out front, so it's going to turn it into being negative a half. Okay, so I got -1 and -1/2. So, I don't know, somewhere right there. Now let's do some bigger, easier numbers, like 1. 2 to the 1 is 2, but that negative sign makes it, turns it into -2. Okay, so 1, -1, -2. Let's try 2. 2 squared is 4, but this negative sign makes it be -4. 1, 2, 3, 4, right here. Okay, so I'm almost convinced it's just going to go down, down, down. I can do one more. I can go 3. 2 cubed is 8, but the negative sign gives me -8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There it is. Oh, that should be 3. Well, I don't want to mess it up anymore. Okay, so, and it's going to be a solid line because it has this underlined part and you can't see it, so there it is. Okay, and that looks like the pictures actually that I see on the wall of the -1. I'm looking at one right now. I'm supposed to shade, so this says less than, so that means shade below. So where's below? Below is where the smaller y values are, so down here. Okay, and so try to make sure that you read in your book so that you can understand, you know, what kind of situations something like this would be used for, so that you're not just learning how to do it. I'm just showing you how to do it, but please read in your book so that you can see some situations in which you might need to do something like this.